Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm updating and picking my numbers for the drawing on June 7th, 2017. I have 7 strategies to my game, Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so to get the game card color code, first thing I have to do is see what numbers came up. So it was 3, 9, 21, 41, and 54. So 3 was purple, 9 was blue, 21 green, 41 green, and 54 orange. Okay, so I already wrote that down, and I already put it over here on this list. Okay, so it was 4 colors. So I come over here to the color code drawings, and I change this to 136, and I change the 4 colors to 53. Okay, so now I take away all the colors here, and I start from scratch. Okay, so these 3 last drawings are all red numbers, so I'm going to go with 3 red, 9, 21, 41, 54, 4, 33, 39, 46, and 60. And last one is 5, 10, 28, 55, and 67. Okay, so there's all my red numbers. And now it's off to the orange. So 28's already taken, so I got 32. 33's already taken, 38. 62. 5's taken, 22. 45. 47, 54 is taken, 4, 11, 39 is taken, 45 is taken, 48, 17, 20, 32 is taken, 63, 68. Okay, so there's all the red and orange numbers, and I'm going to do the green, blue, and purple alone here, okay, just to save time on the video. Okay, so I updated the game card. All right, so I got 15 red numbers, 12 orange, 13 green, 16 blue, and 13 purple numbers. Okay, so the game card is all set for June 7th, 2017. Okay, so I usually try to guess what color won't be coming up. But I don't know, it's too hard to guess this drawing, so I'm going to leave it alone and move on to the next strategy. Okay, so the next strategy is strategy number 2, the individual numbers. So here in the individual numbers, the first thing I'm going to do is put in the last drawing, the results. Okay, and then I'm going to see how many groups I hit. So 3 and 9 is one group, 21 is a group, 41's a group, and 54 is a group. So there's 4 groups I hit. Okay, so now I'm going to put them in. So I'm just going to reduce this down a little bit. Okay, so the first one is 54. I'm going to make that an orange. Okay, the next one is 41 and then 21. Gonna make that green. The 21 is green. Then the next is 9, which was blue. And then the last one is 3, which was purple. Okay, so I have those all in, and now what I'm going to do is try to predict which one of these won't be coming up as a group. Okay, so we're at the very last one, the 5th one. So just kind of looking at things real quick. I still think that the 30s are all done here. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 30 numbers off of the game card. So I'll go to the game card, and I will eliminate the 30 numbers here. Okay, so when I block out a number like that, that means that I don't believe that it's going to come up in this next drawing. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, the 50-50 numbers, the 50-50 picks, I mean. Okay, so what I do here is I add a row up top, just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the numbers again. It was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. Okay, so there was 4 odd numbers. So I'm going to write down 4 and 1 even number. Okay, so I'm going to color this red and make it stand out. Okay, and now I'm going to change this to 174 drawing counts, and I'm going to change this to 86. So out of 174 drawings, 86 have been majority odd numbers, and 88 have been the majority even numbers. Okay, so off to the next one here. So again, it was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. Okay, so I got 2 high numbers and 3 low numbers. And again, I'm going to highlight the majority numbers. Okay. And I'm going to make sure that that's not highlighted. Okay. So I'm going to change this to 88. Okay. And now off to the next one. Left and right here. So again, it was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. So I have 3 over here to the left side, 2 on the right. I'll change the majority to the left here. So it's 87, 87 now. Okay, so you can see that every 5 drawings I put down what the majority was. Okay, so this was right, left, right. Okay. And this one's already going to be left. So now I'm just looking at it was 3 to 2, okay, 3 to 2, 3 to 2, 3 to 2, 3 to 2, and finally 4 to 1. So I'm thinking that it just might be 4 to 1 here, okay, is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to predict that there's going to be more numbers to the left side than the right side. Okay, so for this last drawing, again, it was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. So there was 3 to the red area, 2 to the blue. I'm going to change that to 102. Okay, so you can see that it's been a long line of red here. Okay, so this last drawing, I thought it was going to be blue. I was wrong. But I'm going to go right back to the blue side again, and I'm going to predict that there's going to be more blue numbers than red numbers. And since I think there's going to be more to the left, I think it's going to be automatically in this section that there's going to be probably 2 or 3 numbers there. Okay, and the last thing is I put in the Powerball number itself, which was 25. Okay, so here means blue means 1 to 13, so I need to make this red. And here means that blue is even, so I need to change that to red. Okay, so you can see what's going on here. You see that the red has been in single, okay, for a while. So I actually think that this is going to double up here as a red. Okay, so that means that I think the number is going to be a high number. Okay, so over here, you can see that it's been a long line of red here. So I kind of think that this next one's going to be blue, so I think it's going to be an even number. Okay, so off to the next strategy. Okay, strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. So I go to group 1 here, and the first thing I do is I make room. Okay, So I'll insert one above and take away all the colors. Okay, so I'm going to go to the numbers again. It was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. So here's the 3 and the 9 in the red. So I marked this 2. Okay, over here in the blue was the 21, so it was a 1. And then the orange had the 41, so it's a 1. And the green had the 54, so it's a 1. And I call this a row because all 4 are red for hits. Just like so. Okay? So now this is hit 8 in a row here. Alright, so I'm off to the next one. So again, it was 3 blue, 9 red, 41 red, 21 orange, and 54 orange. So there was no green, 2 orange, 1 blue, and 2 red. So I color these red for hits. Color this blue for a miss. Okay, and now I'm off to the next one. Actually, I'm going to change this to 38 because now there was 38 misses here in this row. Okay, so I'm off to the next one. Again, it was 3, 9 red, 21 blue, 41 orange, and 54 green. So that's another row. So again, it was 2 red, 1 blue, 1 orange, 1 green. I call that a row. Mark them all red. Okay, and I'll take a look at it real quick. See what's going on. Okay, so now I'm off to the next one, number 4. Again, it was 3 blue, 9 red, 41 red, 21 orange, and 54 orange. So I'll go with 2 red, 1 blue, 2 orange, and 0 green. Okay, so I'll color that blue. And I'm going to change this to 35. And I'll make that 3. Okay, so that's how that's done. Now I'm going to do the rest without you, just to save on video time. Okay, so I left off at number 4 here. So we'll see what number 5 looks like. Okay, so there was 2 misses, the red and the green. Okay, over here there's just 1 miss. Over here there was 2 misses on the green here. Alright, and I think that there's probably going to be a hit. Alright, and I think that there's going to be multiple hits in this area, so I think it's going to be one of these 4 green numbers. Okay, so here on option card number 8, you can see that it was a row, but there's a bunch of single rows here. Okay, so this is a good candidate to have it double up. Okay, like right over here, row, row. Alright, I think that that's going to happen here. So when I pick my 5 numbers, I'm going to make sure that it hits all 4 colors. Okay, so off to the next one. You can see that there was 2 misses here. Alright, off to the next one, the orange missed. The next one, the green missed. Then the blue. Here's another row. Okay, bunch of single rows. Now I'm not sure if this is going to have another row or not, but here you can see the orange missed again. And option card 15, I think, is another good candidate for a double row here. Okay, so again, when I pick my 5 numbers, I want them to hit all 4 color groups here in option card 15. Okay, so over here is the group 1 overview. Okay, so this lets me know I only count the blue marks. Okay, so for the red, there was only 2 blue marks. Blue, there was 3. Orange, there was 2. And green, there was 5 blue marks. Okay, so if it's 4 or under, I color this red. Okay, And if it's 5 or more, then I color it blue for cold. Okay? So here's the thing with this green. All right? So you can see that like this orange had 3 bunch of misses in a row, 3 blue marks. All right? So this green has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single blue marks. All right? So I'm kind of thinking that this green is going to have a bunch of zeros to it as well. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for the green, okay, because I think there's going to be at least 5 zeros in the green areas. Okay, so off to the next strategy here. Okay, so before I move on to the next strategy, I'm going to pick this green section and not option card number 2, the miss. Okay, so just because it has 3 rows here, and usually when it has 3 rows like this, there's usually a couple of misses to it. Okay, so I'm going to go with that, and I'm also going to go with another one too. This red section, number 17. Okay, so this one just hit 22 in a row, so I don't think that this is going to go as far as the 20, so I'm going to guess that it's going to miss this time, so I'm going to eliminate all the red numbers off of the game card as well. Okay, so I did that, and this is what the game card looks like so far. So off to the next strategy. Strategy number 5, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so here's the group 2 numbers. So you can see I have all the numbers divided into 8 different groups. So I keep track of whether one of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in one of these groups. So down here's the stats. So this is for the red numbers. And the 0 means that none of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed here. And the 2 means, of course, that 2 of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed here. Okay, so for this last drawing, we'll see the numbers again. It was 3, 9, 21, 41, 54. So I got 3 orange, 9 and 41 red, 21 purple, and 54 brown. Okay, so I already put these in. So it was 2 red, no blue, 1 orange, no green, 1 purple, 1 brown, no gray, no yellow. And over here means how many columns it hit. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. And I color it red because the majority of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers were over here on the left side. Okay, 2 and 1 is 3. Okay, so if the majority was over here, I would color it green. Okay, so I'll move over to number 2. I already did this one as well. 3 red, 9 blue, 21 orange, 41 brown, 54 gray. Okay, so again it was red, blue, orange, no green, no purple, brown, gray, no yellow. Hit 5 columns, and the majority was over here on the left side, so I color it red. So I'll do this one outright. Okay, so again I'm looking at 3 green, 9 blue, 21 brown, 41 purple, and 54 blue. Okay, so I got 2 blue, a green, a purple, and a brown. So this is red, so I had no red. I got 2 blue. I got no yellow, no orange, 1 green, 1 purple, 1 brown, no gray, no yellow. So how many columns did it hit? It hit 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. Okay, and I'm going to keep it red because the majority of the 5 numbers is over here on the left hand side. So again, I'll go through it again. All right, green, blue, blue, purple, brown. Okay, so off to the next one. Number 4 here. I thought this gray was going to be a miss. We'll see if it is. All right, so we got 3 purple, 9 brown, 21 orange, 41 blue, and 54 gray. So I was wrong with this. Okay, so let's see what I got again here. I got blue, orange, purple, brown, gray. So this is red. So no red, blue, orange, no green, purple, brown, gray. No yellow. How many columns did I hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The majority was over here on the right side, so I'm going to keep this green. Okay. And I was wrong with this one. Okay, so I see a bunch here. Okay, 8 in a row over here. The majority was over here doing this. All right, and you can remember it was the red side too, so I think it's going to be the majority over like this. Okay, so I'm going to predict that one of these things are going to miss here. Okay, and I think that it's going to be this gray one. I'm going to go right back to the gray. All right, so you can see that I have a lot of red and blue here. So the blue means that there was 3 zeros to it. Okay, so I colored blue for cold. And you can see this red had 3 hits to it, so I colored red for hot. So I think that this is going to be cold right here. So I think that this is going to be a 0. Just like that, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all these gray numbers off of the game card. So I go to the game card. Okay. And again, it was 17. And I forget what it was now. The 69. Okay, so I'll block those out because I don't think that they're coming up. Okay, so the 53 shares the square with the 69, and the 19 shares the square with the 67, so I'm going to eliminate those as well. And I'll show you how that works real quick. Okay, so I come back here. So basically what that means is that when I eliminate these gray numbers, it means that I think that the 17, 18, 19, 20, 53, 54, 55, 56, the 67, and the 69 won't be coming up in the drawing. Okay, so it just keeps track of groups of numbers. Okay, and I just feel that this certain group of numbers won't be coming up in this coming up lottery drawing. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next ones on my own here, and I'll show you the results when I'm done. Okay, so I updated all of Group 2 here. So next thing I do is get the Group 2 overview. All right, so I write down all the hits for all 15 auction cards here. All right, so I'm going to start with the red. It was 2, blue 0, orange 1, green 0, purple 1, brown 1, gray 0, and yellow 0. Okay, so again, I'll write these down. Okay, so again, the red was 2. The blue was 0. Okay, the orange was 1. The green was 0. Okay, and oops, the purple was 1. The brown was 1. the gray was 0, and the yellow was 0. Okay, so I did that with all 15 option cards. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the Group 2 overview. Okay, so red had 9 hits, 6 misses. Alright, so again, the magic number here is 8. If there's 8 or more misses, I color it blue for cold. 8 or more hits, I color it red for hot. So this is 8 or more hits, so I color it red for hot. Okay, and now I only count the red ones here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 red. So I'll put that right here. And over here, I'll put down 169. Okay, so now I try to predict what's going to be hot and what's going to be cold. Okay, so I think that this blue one is probably going to have a couple of more red marks to it. So I think that's going to be hot. I think that the red and the orange are going to be cold. All right, and I think that the yellow is going to be hot as well. Okay, so I made my picks on what I think is going to miss and hit. Okay, so again, I think that there was going to be a lot of zeros in the orange area. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate this orange on 15. You can see the orange goes from 1 to 64. So I'll go to the game card, and I'll eliminate that off of the game card. Okay, so again, it was 1 to 64. So I'll eliminate those two. Then I'll go back, and I thought that this number 14 was going to miss on orange too. So we'll see what that looks like. So it's the 4, 16, 20, 32, 33, 45, 49, 61. Okay, so I'll eliminate these two. And I'll see what else I have. But I think the rest are all hits. Okay, so I thought that this blue was gonna be a lot of hits to it. Okay, so I'll go back to this Group 2. So here's the blue section. I think that this is gonna be a hit. So it's the 13 and the 41. So I'll see what's left. So I got the 13. And the 41, so it's 42 and 43. Okay, so now I'll go back. And I think it's going to be yellow and brown. So it's the 7 and the 36 and the 5 and the 34. So the only thing I have left is the 60. And the 5 and the 34. So I got a bunch here. I'll just put right down here. Here's that 13 again. Okay, and like I said, the 58 and the 68 share that square. Okay, so I have to consider both of those. Okay, so the next thing with this Group 2 is I have a second view of Group 2 to help me make a decision on which one of these color groups are going to hit or miss. Okay, so this is the second view of Group 2. I want you to take a look at all these hits here. Okay, so this is all these hits right here. All right, so you can see that this is red number 1, and you can see that this is red up here, the color red, and number 1. Okay, so I'm right here. All right, So we'll see what the fourth one was, and it was a 2. So I come here and I put a 2 here, and since it's a hit, I color it red. Okay, red for hot. All right, so now I'll go off to the next one here. So number 2, I'll find out what it is, and you can see this is number 2, red, right across. And you can see that it was a 1. So I'll put a 1 right here, and I'll color it red for a hit. And off to number 3. We'll see what number 3 was. Okay, so it was the 4 and the 37, and this is a 0, so none of those got hit. So I'll put a 0 here, and I colored this blue for cold. Okay, so basically how this works is this is the beginning down here, and I keep track of all everything in 5s, so I can have a majority of things. So you can see that the majority was 3 hits, 2 misses. For this 5, it was 3 hits, 2 misses. For this 5, the 3 hits, 2 misses, 3 hits, 2 misses, 4 hits and a miss, 4 misses and 1 hit, and now we're up to 4 hits and 1 miss. Okay, so now I just keep on adding. The last 5 was 17 hits. Okay, and 13 misses. I call it hot and cold. So for up here, this is 17 plus 4 is 21. And 13 plus 1 is 14. And now I'm going to color this red for hot. Okay, so as we go through, you can see it was hot, 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 cold, hot. So I'm kind of thinking that the next 5 here will probably be cold. Okay, so another thing that I do is over here with this 3, you can see that it's 3 red. That means I read this from left to right, and you can see that blue, blue, red, red, red. So the majority was red, and there was 3 of them. So I put this 3 red. Okay, so this helps me look at this and say, geez, I think that it's going to be 3 red again. I think it's going to be a 3. All right, so if I think that this is going to be 3 right here, then this means that this has to be blue. Okay, and that's what I'm thinking. So I think that this is going to be a miss. All right, so I'm going to go back to the original. Okay, so the 4 and 37 I don't think is going to come up in this lottery. So I go to the game card, and I eliminate it off of the game card. So you can see the only one left is 12. So I'm going to take that off of the game card, and this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so I'm back in the second view of group 2, and I'm here at option card number 10, red. All right, so over here on the right, I got 8 3s in a row here. Okay, so usually there's a 4 that follows that. Okay, like 90% of the time. So I'm gonna roll with that. All right, so I think it's gonna be a hit. So as I go to number 10 here, it's 1, 12, 5, 16, 33, 44, 37, 48. And when I go to the game card, they're all gone. Okay, they're all eliminated. So I'm going to bring the 5 back. I think the 5 is going to hit. Okay, and going through everything, I'm going to go with the 5, the 11, the 21, the 60, and the 68. Okay, so that will give me red, orange, red, red, orange. Okay, so I think that there's 2 colors that are going to come up. So here's the last 2 colors that came up. All right, and I just think that it's due for another 2 colors. So by having this combination, this will give me 8 hits, 7 misses in the blue section. Okay, so as I go back to the Group 2 overview, I thought it was going to be hot here in the blue section, so that will give me that 8-7 that I'm looking for. Okay, so again, the numbers that I'm going with for this drawing is 5, 11, 21, 60, and 68. Okay, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. Instead of charging a fee to play, I would like to charge a commission for using my system, 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, email me at trm6776@gmail.com. Alright, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.